up, everybody? It is Chow Boys. Luke.
What? Oh,
Joe Boys. Joe Boys?
Joe Boys. Joe Boys.
Joe. Dough Boys. Pillsbury Doughs Boys.
Yeah.
What up, everybody? Welcome to a WTP podcast. You can join through our Discord. Woo! Oop, I moved the wrong thing. I was gonna wave the text around in your face. If you guys want to, you can come in to the Discord, and it's the WTP Esports Discord. What we're gonna be doing is eventually getting to your takes, your questions that you put in the Discord, in the podcast takes section. Then if you join the podcast wait lobby room, we will bring you in if we want to discuss your topic, your question. So feel free to do that here, and we'll get to some of your topics. Of course, you can just throw it in the chat if you don't want to come on live, but it's way more fun when we get to hear your beautiful voice. And yeah, I mean, it's so much more fun, and it feels good to talk to people, since, you know, during COVID you can't talk to people anymore.
Yes.
Discord's our only form of communication. Is it though? It's not really. You're right. But before we jump into talk about WTP, Splatoon 3, all those fun things, maybe the future of WTP, or talking about the leagues, first I just want to say thank you to the follows of XTN, Shinhan, something like that followed during our pre-rolls, and K Quilite followed our channel as well. So 2 followers. And we weren't even doing anything. I think, Zach, maybe our new strategy for growing on Twitch is that we just throw up a screen for like 5 hours that says stream starting soon. See how many people follow, and then just never do anything on the stream.
Yeah.
I wonder how many people would get baited if it was just like this continuously long 24-hour stream. And it just says the 24-hour stream is starting soon.
That's brilliant. Oh my gosh, we're going to bring in huge money.
How have we never thought about that before?
Finally. There used to be people on Twitch. I think it might not be allowed anymore, but there used to be people who would stream themselves sleeping.
Oh yeah, that's scary.
Is that? No, I think that's gone.
I think it got banned, yeah.
Yeah. So I would assume that falls under same kind of laws. I don't know.
I mean, I think you can like rebroadcast yourself still, but like,
yeah, I
don't know. What's the point of that?
So why can't I sleep? Rude.
Know. But anyways, thank you guys. I see Fresh, Jousty, JGC, Mahizi, and Jorianne in the chat. If you're here, there's more people watching, so go ahead and throw in your little hey, hello, even if you're just like, I'm going to have my headphones in and do the dishes, or as Mahizi's doing homework. At least say hi so we know you're here. But before we begin all of the other topics, Zach, just how you doing, my dude?
Oh, I'm just living it up, Luke. Okay. I'm just having wonderful time.
Sounds like it.
Yeah.
I can tell in your voice that you're just excited beyond belief.
I sure am. Oh, wow. Sure is. Great to be here.
Oh my gosh.
I'm so excited to just be part of the show, you know.
All right. Well, we got Shermie and Cheese in here as well, cleaning the house. Nice. All right. So those of you who are in the podcast lobby channel, I see Jorianne and Valrock in there already. Make sure you actually put a take in the podcast. Let us know what you want to talk about or what question you want to pop in with, because we want to know what you want to talk about before we just randomly pull you in, because I don't want you to just come in and be like, awa, and then jump back out.
Nice.
Not calling out any names, but I think we all know who we're talking about here. But Zach, I think we haven't got a chance to talk about it much on the actual Academy amateur stream, because we're focusing on all the matches. But I think our first topic just has to be, we hit 500 followers already. We were saying at the beginning of season 3, I think we were just above 400 if I remember right.
Yeah, I think.
Yeah, and we were like, yo, at the end of season 3, it'd be awesome if we had 500 followers. And we're just, that was week 4.
Yeah, baby.
Week 3 for amateur, that was week 4 for Academy. Yes, now I'm remembering. And we're like, what, 518 now?
I think we're at 518 on the dot.
Man, that's
God.
crazy. Did you ever
We're
think we'd
above
hit
5,000 views.
Did you ever think we'd hit 500 followers?
Not this quickly, man. I mean, we had 2,000 on YouTube.
Yeah.
But they were from, different eras.
I mean, that was like over years and years of
Right.
different things. It wasn't just streaming either, so.
I did not expect. I mean, we switched over to Twitch, at least within the pandemic, right? I mean, when was that?
We switched over, I think at the end of September. Like September or maybe the start of September was like our last YouTube stream.
And we had under 100 followers when we started, I think.
Maybe a little bit more than that.
Yeah.
But like,
I mean,
it was pretty small.
quick.
Because before on our Twitch was simply we were restreaming it to like Mixer, YouTube, and Twitch at the same time.
Yeah.
So it wasn't
from
like
the ground up, baby.
Yeah, we didn't put like a lot of effort into Twitch.
Right.
So
but
it's pretty crazy.
Affiliate. Grinding for the Kit Kat sponsorship.
We gotta grind for that Twitch partner.
Right.
We're only like, actually in average viewers, I think we're like halfway the amount because you need 75 average, and I think across all of our streams we're like averaging somewhere between 30 and 40.
What? Oh my gosh, dude.
Yeah.
Wow.
As JGC says in the chat, walk the pog.
Yeah, baby. You tell him. Okay, crazy thing. I have my keys on my neck here, right? And I thought maybe I shouldn't be showing my keys on stream because what if somebody can find the exact cut of this key and make it and then break into my house?
I don't think
Have you
so.
ever? I think there's an episode of The Simpsons where that happens.
I think if they go through that much effort, they should just be able to rob you, Zach.
You're absolutely right.
Like if you're
100%.
gonna put in that much effort to rob me, then just have it. Like I won't even complain.
Yeah.
I'd be like,
probably
dude,
the key, like making the key with that would be more expensive than anything you could rob from my house. So
yeah. What if they use their copy of the key to come in and steal the actual key?
Oh my word. That's a huge brain thing to do. Oh my goodness.
Oh my gosh.
Just for fun.
Yeah, all right. Well, before we bring anyone else into the podcast, Zach, you said you wanted to talk about, you threw out a Splatoon 3 tweet. And what was the original tweet, and then what are some of the responses that have come in?
If we could get if anybody from the podcast lobby wants to weigh in on these,
well,
I'd love
should we
to
bring in
into
Valorok?
it.
Because Valorok did like a whole twit longer for that, didn't he?
I think so.
All right.
But he said, okay, bring him in.
All right. We'll bring in Mr. Stream Cash, as it's called on.
Uh-huh.
All right. Mr. Stream Cash, also known as Valorok, can you hear us?
Wow, you already know.
Ow, 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 ow.
So Valorok, we'll go ahead and pull you in for your discussion. But Cherry Girl, thank you for the sub. Another sub. Trying to take back her #1 donation spot. Gifted a total of 5 subs in the channel. I don't know if Cherry or Cosby hold the record now for the most gifted subs, but thank you, Cherry. Definitely one of the top at least. So Pog, who did they give it to? Answer Splatoon. I don't know who that is, but thank you for another gifted sub. But Mr. Stream Cash, also known as Valorok, Zach, we are bringing you in here first for the Splatoon 3 tweet. So take us away, Zach.
Okay, so Splatoon 3, I have asked everyone to bring in their wildest Splatoon 3 prediction. And me and Luke will be going over
Another sub from Cherry.
Oh my gosh, seriously? Dude.
She's like, I'm better than Cosby, and then gifts another sub. This time to Jousty, so
darn
beautiful.
Right.
Much love, Cherry.
So the wildest Splatoon 3 prediction that you can put forward, whichever me and Luke determine is the wildest prediction that comes true when Splatoon 3 comes out.
Oh, so it has to come true.
It does have to come true.
So whoever we give the copy to, won't get it right away on release date because we'd have to check that it actually came true first.
Well, here's what I'm thinking is like once there's going to be enough revealed stuff in like directs and stuff, I think
All right,
that we'll
fair
have
enough.
some idea of these mechanics. Okay.
Okay.
So Valorok, of course, with the best prediction of all, take over Splatoon and Nintendo. Valorok, what is your plan of getting this done?
Easy. So first, what you want to do is play Splatoon, which is obvious. Obvious.
Sure,
you want to play a blah blah blur. Everybody hates blah blah.
The blah 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 blur.
Yeah, easy. After that, you threaten Reggie with the blah blah blur, and there you go. Easy.
Dude,
all done.
This sounds like my old MS Paint predictions.
Oh my gosh. I think we should have a. You know how esports have like a bunch of dumb. I don't know if you've ever like watched a pro esports stream that's like hours long, and then they put like random things in by the production team in between matches. We should just have one of like Zach coaching a team with MS Paint, and that's just like a video series that happens in between matches.
Oh, that would be nice actually.
I love that.
Z-rank.
That would be awesome.
Z-rank Columbus.
Let's go. And then Valorok also did post a twit longer, of which I have skimmed and am not very interested in.
Damn.
So moving on.
Wow.
Yeah, the pop star. Okay, this is from Nugget. We'll start rating these. So all right, Valorok, are you willing to stay? Are you willing to?
Yo, I'm willing to go into like 3 hours from now. So
Okay, well, we're gonna get to other
you keep
guests.
going. I don't got anything to do.
So here's a couple that I'm interested in, and I want you guys to rate from 1 to 10. 1 being like the weakest, like least interesting prediction.
Okay.
And then 10 being like, if that comes true, that's like insane. We will give them all of our money. Kind of.
Okay. All of our money? I'm not gonna give them all of it.
All of our money. So we're gonna do. Shane starts out with a more open
Holy
world.
Crap!
Whoa. Oh my gosh!
Cherry
Oh my
just gives
gosh.
5 subs. That's 7 in a row. Jorian with the challenge, and Cherry Girl shuts down Jorian. Thank you, Nikki. Holy cow! I think
It did bite her in the butt though, because she ended up gifting a sub to Cosby.
But
So
Yeah.
but
Okay.
to be
Let's see
fair,
this. Let me pull up
they've
my
gifted
Twitter.
11 total in the channel, and that's definitely a record for sure.
oh,
That's
yeah.
nothing, bro. That's nothing. Nothing
Holy
related to
cow.
what I've done.
That was insane. Nikki,
What are we
you're
looking at here,
awesome.
Nugget?
Okay, yeah. Let's start. If you're looking at it in order, let's start with Nugget then. The pop stars are Callie and Pearl, and that would be due to the Final Fest poster that already shows the pet. Thoughts 1 to 10.
Are you asking me or Valorok?
All of the above.
Go for it, Luke. I want to hear yours first. I like to hear Luke's first.
I feel like a 3. I mean, if you're gonna predict new stars, make it more interesting. Like the host of Splatoon 3 is gonna be like John Cena or something like that.
Right. For sure. What's
We can't even have the podcast. We're in a bidding battle because Jorian announced it 221.
Kids, don't gamble. Kids, don't gamble. Please.
Wow.
Don't lose everything like I did.
Oh my gosh! Thank you guys. You guys are hilarious. I love it. But yeah,
from Shane. Oh, sorry.
I was just concluding. I'm giving it a 3 out of 10.
Got it. That's fair.
3? Nah. I think that's a very valid point. I'm going in depth with this. Because I'm looking at the photo right now. I want to see if this is true. Let's see.
Splatoon 2 finals.
Well, I don't think that's a valid point because of, it's Salmonids, really. I feel like I think that was gonna be a main thing either way. I feel like I don't know what they would have gone off of if it wasn't Salmonoids.
Right.
So, I think it's not something that isn't too big. But I'll give it like a 5 because
Okay.
could happen.
I can't
So-
find the poster, but I'll believe it.
We have an
I can send
average
you it.
4 out of 10.
Okay. All right. Fair.
Shane has tweeted a more open world exploring type of single player mode like Breath of the Wild. Also apartments where you can get a little house for your
Okay,
little
that's
buddy, decorate
Luke,
your
go
own
for
apartment.
it.
So, wait, are we rating them on how great the prediction is or how realistic it is?
No, so you
realistic.
want to give a higher rating if it's like insane.
I mean, the idea is insane. I don't think Nintendo will ever put that much time into Splatoon to create a
100%.
single player open world mode.
100%.
Would it be cool? Yeah, I'd be down for that.
Agreed.
That would be awesome. Like, imagine just like where there's an open world where you get to paint any part of it and you can change the colors of your ink. So
I mean,
like,
isn't
you
that
can.
technically just private battle?
That's true. But what if they made an entire open world that was black and white, and then you paint it with whatever ink colors you want?
I'm interested.
That's not what the prediction was, but that would be tight.
So
Rating?
what would you give it?
Luke,
Yeah.
do you have a rating?
I like the ideas and the concept. I don't think the open world is the apartment thing. I think is possible, and I think it's a cool idea. I'll give it an 8.
Okay.
Okay. I think when the trailer released, immediately me and a bunch of people in a different community just analyzed everything, every single prediction that could happen for at least 3 hours. So this one is one that came up. The open world, I feel like going with Luke, I don't think they would put that much time into it, knowing that Splatoon is only like 3 years old, I believe. Is it 3?
Well,
4. It'll be 4
5
next
years old.
year.
It was 2017 when Splatoon 2 came out.
So it's 3, but next year will be 4. So I'm going to go off of 4 because, when it releases. I don't think they would put that much time into it, knowing that they just finished Animal Crossing a bit ago. So I also think that the apartment thing wouldn't make sense. Someone brought up that it would be cool if we were like in an apartment before the private battle started. We could just chill out and wait until the private battle starts. That's something I would agree on, but something as an apartment doesn't make too much sense. There's not really a point of it. There's no use of it, really.
I mean, they could take their Animal Crossing ways and just implement that in a very tiny, tiny portion to Splatoon.
But that would
I'm not saying they should. I'm just saying it's possible.
Honestly, I'm gonna think about it, but think about it real quick.
All right, what's your
If
score?
that does happen, it's not gonna be anything like Animal Crossing because
No. I'm not saying it's gonna be like Animal Crossing. I'm just saying like the apartment idea. They could just take like the inward part of your Animal Crossing home and do something like that where you can put your Splatoon whatever you get and display it.
I'll give it a 3. It's a very hard prediction that'll come through.
Nope.
The story mode definitely won't happen. That's not gonna happen. But the apartment is something really rare that could happen.
So you're giving it a higher rating because, I mean, you want to give it like an 8 out of 10 if you think it will not happen.
Oh, yeah, then 8 out of 10. Okay. Sorry. I said that wrong. Sorry, 8 out of 10.
Got it.
8 out of 10.
Okay.
We're on, all right. And then we have famous Zach from Walk the Plank esports prediction here.
Okay.
50 squid Splatoon Battle Royale mode.
No.
It's not even
The word is just
shocking because
no.
of how
It's-
common that is.
Wait, what?
It's not even shocking because how common it is. Every game has a battle royale now. Stop it.
100%. Nah, they wouldn't do that. That battle royale phase is mostly on for most games. That was 218, 217. I feel like Splatoon battle royale is gonna be hell because if someone disconnects or internet
Nintendo
problems
internet.
or just think about it. You gotta think about everything. The specials. It would just have to change the game completely.
What if they have a game mode where it's 50 people, but the way you win is you just don't disconnect? Whoever cannot disconnect the longest from Nintendo's lack of lobbies wins the game.
I like it a lot. If
That
you
sounds nice.
if you get on the Windows XP server instead of the Windows 98 one.
All right. I'll
You
give it a
win.
4. I'll give it a 4.
Okay. Valorock?
Give it a 7.
Oh, baby, let's go.
Okay.
5.5. Guys, I'm going to win a free copy of Splatoon 3 for
Alright.
myself.
No, I better run that free
God.
copy, bro.
I just said that the other day. I was
I
doing.
made a Twitter log.
I logged into the Academy stream yesterday on my personal Twitch account just so I could get channel points and bet my channel
I did
points
the same
so
thing
that
for
I
Team
can
Fighters.
win my own eShop code.
Amen.
So
Amen.
genius.
Okay, this is from Wolfies. Little Buddy is actually the villain of Splatoon 3 and will stab you with their spoon at the final boss fight. There is no escape.
Like a
10 out of
portrayal?
10. 10 out of 10, easy.
10 out of 10.
Yeah.
If that actually happens,
Wait,
that wins.
I mean, the thing is, it's when we saw Octo expansion, it's normal that we can see an apocalypse happen again. So I don't want to say 10 out of 10. I want to say 8 out of 10.
Okay. Okay.
You never know what the hell Splatoon can do.
12 out of 10. That way it averages out to a 10 out of 10.
Sounds good. Done.
Fair point.
Next up, we have from Rails. He becomes a pro player.
I believe it.
Incorrect. 10 out of 10.
Okay.
I'm about to get canceled.
question
I'm about to
is-
get
What is even a pro player in Splatoon? Because even like the top
Right.
players, it's not like,
Like,
there's this
that
scene where they
too-
get paid a bunch of money.
Right.
I feel like it would be get to at least Nintendo's live stream. That would be pro, I think.
I mean, you can get into NA Open, not that. It's not.
No, but I mean,
Yeah.
Nintendo doesn't stream that though. They
used
do?
to. Yeah. Well,
Oh, they used to.
They
They
used to
used
until
to.
people
It's a
started
very
canceling
good-
because of Smash Bros. And the whole thing that happened with free Melee.
But so no, I mean like get to at least the playoffs. Get to at least the playoffs of that, and then I would say you're a pro player because that means like you're a limited amount of people.
All right, I'll give it a 5. It's like, it's cool if it happens for Rails, but also like, it's not
Incorrect
it's not like a
information.
crazy prediction or anything.
Also, he would have to buy Splatoon 3 for that to happen. So, who cares?
10 out of 10.
10 out of 10.
10 out of 10. All right. I think this one's interesting from Siege. Prediction is that Mr. Grizz is the main antagonist. The environment is so dry, so Salmon Run is over. And we have a salmon buddy. That's easy.
Okay,
So
well that's obvious.
let's focus on like the storyline plot. The environment is so dry, Salmon Run is over. And the Mr. Grizz being the main antagonist. Thoughts on that?
It's true.
Okay.
I mean,
Correct.
if you look at, I can't remember where I saw it. It was either on Twitter or Reddit, but people are always like, wait a minute, in Salmon Run, why are we collecting eggs for this guy? It never tells you. Like, what if we're actually destroying this race that's actually a good, kind-hearted race, and we're the evil ones working for this guy, and just pretty much creating a world of slavery for
But
these.
Mr. Grizz is a bear. He eats salmon.
Yeah.
Salmon egg.
So for him to be the villain, I like that, and yes, it should happen.
I think what could happen here is, real quick, going off topic, just a teensy bit. We're not having Octavio again. I don't think so. Now that Octos are apparently free, which is what they say apparently, I don't think we're going to have DJ Octavio come back, try to get all the Octolings back, and then that happens again. I don't think that's going to happen. So I think DJ Octavio might be part, but won't be a massive part. Mr. Grizz is very likely to appear a lot in the storyline. And it does make sense if he turns on us because we have a buddy, if you technically get it. The buddy system, since there's a buddy, what was I gonna say? Since there's a buddy, it's basically it's friends with you. You're supposed to kill it, you know?
Oh, right.
So Yeah, it's a small. You're supposed to kill it, so we might get turned.
How do you
Okay.
How do you do friendship, Valorok?
How do I do friendship?
I don't think you
ask.
understand how
No.
how friendship works. Anyway,
No. How many more of these do we have?
ratings.
Oh, I'll give it a 7.
Yep.
That seems Give it a 3.
Okay.
Ouch.
Jeez.
How many more Twitter predictions do we have?
Quite a
Got
few.
it.
So let's just wombo combo him.
Because
Okay.
we can do a couple more next week too, if we'd rather.
Yeah, that would work. Also, the poll's still open.
Yeah.
It's open until March 10th. If you're watching right now and you haven't done
I
that,
better get this copy.
all you gotta do, go on the Twitter at WTP underscore esports. It's the pin tweet underscore. It's under the store. Okay. Underscore.
Okay.
It's the pin tweet. Just reply to it. Crazy prediction. Retweet it, and you could maybe win a copy of Splatoon 3 in 16 months.
Yo, I just saw Twitter's trending page. Apparently, people are canceling March.
I agree.
Okay.
Finally.
What?
All right.
Yeah, whatever.
Well, thank you for joining us, Valorok, to help us rate those tweets, and maybe we'll have you back on next week for the other ones.
Damn. So I'm gone.
Yep, we're gonna bring in our next couple guests here.
Okay. Well, real quick, if you haven't used your Twitch Prime sub yet, please use your Twitch Prime sub. And yeah, hour.
Ow.
Hour. All right. Perfect. Love you. Thanks again, Valorok. We'll maybe see you on the next Academy stream too. Peace out.
Goodbye, everybody.
All right. Not bad. I think those are... I don't know. We never landed on any of the same scores, so...
Right.
But we have Jorian and Fresh here now wanting to jump in to talk about the Academy League. So should I pull them in?
Yeah, bring him on in, baby.
2 different team captains for Academy League teams. So we'll see if we can get them in. And I have them in. Let's see if they can unmute. Jorian, are you here? Can you hear us?
Yeah, I'm here. And this is gonna be awkward because we're watching the stream at the same time.
Hello.
Heck yeah. And then Fresh from Thick Thigh Lovers. How's it going?
Nice.
Not bad.
Not bad at all. Sweet. Awesome. Well, we got 2 Academy captains here, so maybe I'll come to one of you guys first. Well, I think Jorian was here first. So, am I saying your name right, first of all?
Joe Ryan.
Joe-
But it doesn't matter.
Joe Ryan?
Yeah, but it doesn't matter because
That's
everyone
cool.
messes it up.
How'd you come up with that name?
Actually, funny story. Well, not very funny. It's a combination of my first name and my middle name. So that's the story there.
Okay. And Joe Ryan, then, as you like to say, we'll come to you first. What is your topic or question? What do you want to have us discuss here?
Okay, so basically, if we are allowed to, there is a lot of questions that's coming from the Academy League. So if maybe me and Brett can help out and just answer those here right now.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
That's what
Okay,
we're here
so alright, so cool. The first one is mostly from Astro and Varge, more or less, from Eclipse Splatoon and from Astro. Oh, black. Already said that. Playoff picture and discussion and in detail analysis of all the teams in basically Academy.
Oh, playoff picture. I have the standings pulled up here, and we talked a little bit about it on Friday, but we also have some matches that were played, and now the standings are a little bit different. So I'll give my thoughts, Zach. I think you haven't seen the Academy quite as much, but if you have any, you can throw some out here. Outcast Ninjas, they suck. They're the worst team.
Wow.
I'm just kidding.
Yes.
I'm just
Wow.
kidding, 'cause
Okay, Fresh.
Joe, if you don't know, Joe Ryan is the team captain for Outcast Ninjas. So that was a troll. Obviously, you guys are 4-0, doing hot. And if I remember right, yeah, you guys, now that Clownfish lost to you guys locked in first seed. So
Yeah.
Congrats on that. You have one more match, but it doesn't matter. You can lose it. You still get first in the Imperry division. So pretty dang good. I'm assuming you guys are feeling good about that.
Well, basically no see the pufferfish party, but definitely we're going to get the 5-0. Yeah, more yeah, more or less. Yeah, we are like mainly much during all the matches. We were pretty happy if we win. More literally in the deluxe match, we literally screamed that we won at the end. Definitely calling out to the winter match in Clan Blitz, Sturgeon Shipyard. That one basically we all screamed at Techno to literally put in the basket, and then literally that was that match. And then the last Rainmaker match, if anyone watched the highlight reel with showing me who edited it, which is actually really good at editing. Yeah, that match was actually pretty happy as well. We were more or less playing it safe because we obviously know that by in detail analysis, by doing the research, Eclipse Splatoon, who's 4-0 right now, is basically the top seed. We were the second seed, and the third seed is Murloc Falcons, and the fourth seed is Deadlock. And Astro and Eternal is more or less equal. So that's going to be a prediction.
Yeah, I mean, so each division has 3 teams that are making playoffs. So in my mind, for Imperry, I think Deadlock plays Clownfish this week. There's a world where if Deadlock beats TTL like they're supposed to, there could be a TTL upset fresh. We'll get to that in a second as team captain of TTL. But I think most people are predicting Deadlock to win. Then Deadlock can beat Clownfish this upcoming Saturday. They would actually lock in second seed, Clownfish third seed. And then Anaki, my predictions, Eclipse, probably going to go undefeated. Mirkwood, now that they got the win over Eternal, actually makes it so even if they lose to Astro, well, if they lose to Astro and Eternal beat Loxart, then there's possibly a 3-way tie, which would make things pretty interesting. I haven't looked at the tiebreakers to know which team would advance.
Well, actually, for that thing to say for there, actually, for the tiebreakers, since Moko Falcons actually did beat Eternal because the FF, and then for Eternal versus Astro because of week 1, and Eternal won that because of the 3-2, Eternal would be moving on. But there was a sign of hope for Astro to move on if Astro actually does win.
Yeah.
But it would be a big mess. So good luck, you guys.
Because if Astro wins and Eternal wins, which is possible, then there's a 3-way tie, and then we go to number of match wins. So I don't know off the top of my head. I want to say Eternal has had a lot of 5-game series, and then I think Mirkwood has had a couple 0-3 losses, so it just depends. But my prediction, if Mirkwood wins, Eternal wins, then Astro get knocked out. So that's going to be my prediction. Eclipse 1, Mirkwood 2, Eternal 3. But we'll see. Astro still has a good chance.
Definitely.
So, and Fresh, are you there?
Yep, I'm here.
All right. So now we come to you. Still with a shot. You got to play Deadlock here, and you're making a match, which is, I think you guys said maybe happening tomorrow or Tuesday.
Yeah.
All right, give us how you're feeling. What are the odds you guys take down Deadlock and perhaps steal their playoff spot?
Honestly, I'm not really sure because we beat them in a scrim once, but that's about it. And knowing them, they're a pretty aggro team. So, I'm not really sure how to make of it.
So you're kind of there's a chance, but you're not feeling super confident about it right now?
Yeah, pretty much.
Fair enough. All right. Well, that's my playoff predictions. So, Joe Ryan, was there something that you wanted to add on to that?
Well, actually, Fresh, you might want to know, if you didn't know already, one of the players from Deadlock is actually got out of the team, so they have a sub. So it's definitely a different play style. Yeah. And the same with the clips that actually happened. Because actually yesterday, we Outcast Ninjas did scrim Eclipse, and we won all the matches for this week using this week's map pool. So if anyone wants to take out of that, that's the thing.
Yeah.
Dang. Yeah, because they
And
lost, was it Mercat, right?
Yeah, Murkat.
Let me check the stats, because I thought that was one of their best players too, wasn't it? Or like at least pretty high up.
The Div 2/3 players is either Murkat,
Yeah,
Dialga, or Gray that we
Mercat
were thinking of.
through week 3 had a KDA of 3.25, which is pretty dang good. I mean, they still have Gray, they still have Dialga, so it's not like they're hurting, but my opinion, I think either in the finals we'll see Eclipse versus Outcast or Eclipse versus Deadlock. I'm not sold that will happen. There's still plenty of chances for upsets, but if I had to choose right now, that would be my 3 teams who I think have the best shot, if we're being real. But you never know. As you guys said, Eclipse having a sub, Deadlock having a sub, changes the game. Or as Fresh says in the chat, TTL upset Pog.
It's gonna happen, I'm telling you.
If you had to do
Hopefully.
the upset, that would be great.
Yes, it'll be amazing.
How can the win not go to a team called Thick Thigh Lovers? Oh my word.
How did I
Anyway.
know that would be Zach's favorite team besides OO
It's just
Gang?
beautiful.
Awa awa. Owa owo.
I think in Zach's world, he wants to see OO Gang win Amateur and then TTL win Academy, and then they have to face off each other in an expedition match.
Exhibition.
Exhibition.
Please
Isn't
let
it
that happen.
That would be an interesting match.
Yeah. And I have to choose. That would be hard. That would be a very hard day for me.
How about we just do that exhibition match, and we do it at the end of the season anyways, and Zach puts $2 on it.
I would. I actually would do that.
Honestly, I'd be down. Like,
I'll Venmo the team captain that wins $2.
yes.
I'm willing. I'll put it on the line right now. I know that's a lot. It's a lot for me, but it's a risk I'm willing to take.
$2 is two, you know? Like,
Yep. You call it the Zachsibition match.
Well, we got Epic Spy in the chat who's from OO Gang now, so that's perfect.
And it's only Clam Blitz. It's only Clam Blitz.
Oh, God.
God.
Yeah.
All right. Well, Joe Ryan gave us the topic. Fresh, did you also have one, or were you just wanting to talk about the Academy League as well?
Yeah, just same thing, I guess.
Okay. How about this? We'll give it to you guys, since I don't think we'll give a interview probably with every Academy team. I want to hear from you guys. What's your experience been in the Academy Tier League so far? What are your thoughts, your good, your likes, your dislikes? I don't know, just kind of spit out whatever comes to mind, first of all, about the Academy League. And we'll go to Fresh first, since Joe Ryan got to talk a little bit more.
I mean, like, I don't really know, honestly. I guess it's like, as like a league for like starting off teams, I guess you could say it's like, I'd say it's like a pretty nice starting point for teams that haven't got much experience and only done like maybe like a couple tournaments, I'd say. So like, it's a nice point to start off, even though like there's probably a nice a nice chance you get destroyed, but like, you know.
So is TTL a newer team then? Kind of what? How long have you guys been together?
I think we've been together since November or December, so like we're kind of new, but like, you know, we've been climbing a couple ranks and like pretty quick. Yeah.
Nice. Do you feel like being in this league has given your team a chance to grow and some motivation to grow?
Yeah. Like, before we joined it, like we were like in some like deep place where like we just weren't motivated as much, or like a couple of our players were. Then like as we continued in the league, we've like started to like get back motivated and all. So
Nice. Yeah. I think there's something about tournaments which are awesome, you know, when you have a one-day tournament, but I think when you're in a regular season, you know you have a match coming up each week. That seems like a lot of motivation to me to practice at least going through those best of 5 maps as a team when you can, scrimming other teams. It seems like that would be some good motivation. So I'm glad you guys got that opportunity and even as a new team have a chance to grow. And it seems like you guys have slowly been improving from what I've seen. And even though, I mean, you still have a chance to making playoffs, so
Yeah.
it's not over yet, and that's gonna
Yeah.
be cool if you guys actually pull off that upset.
Can I shout out about the Fresh? You did, I did see, or a lot of people did see in the low level scene for Little Squid League 10, which actually was an invitational. You got invited,
Yeah.
so that's pretty hype.
It was a pretty close thing from us and I think Cosmic Night Owls.
Oh.
It was like pretty staggered, but then some team rose to the top out of nowhere. And then all of their votes got canceled out. So then we got the spot instead.
Damn.
Yeah.
Feels bad. What about for you, Joe Ryan? What's your guys' experience been as on the flip side, a team that has been dominating and still undefeated?
Okay, so yeah, if talking about the Academy League itself, saying about really Eclipse, yeah, from them saying that they have like a Div 2 and Div 3 like team, like players in this, it's kind of insane how they got in. We were kind of like freaking out a bit about it and trying to do the research when we found that. But overall, it is fine. And looking at the past from the chat from maybe Siege or something, Moko Falcons actually has returning players from like season 1, if I'm thinking correctly, or am I thinking season 2?
That which team? Or say that again?
Moko Falcons.
Oh, they're from season 1. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah. You see, so hearing those can actually be a scary thing. But then if you look at the matches, that's a whole different story. So for those is pretty cool. For stuff like the new teams, like going in, if you're like new to the scene itself, like that is actually really good to actually see from here. Since if anyone knows about Ludi, Leeds Under Ink has been dead for 10 to 11 months now.
Yeah.
And something from like the podcast, if anyone wants to do that, that's happening. Something like tomorrow. That's your small advertisements. Popgun. Yeah. Like that's for mostly the low level scene, and it's something that can be complained about. And something like low wing that happens every month. That's basically what people for the low level used for the division rankings.
Yeah.
So something like saying that for a lot of people are saying like Div 4 stuff, that kind of should be removed into like gamma, beta, alpha from
Yeah.
what people are saying a lot.
Yeah. No, I mean, it's interesting because you're totally right where people could use the Ludi divisions beforehand. And now it's like, because it's not happening and not as consistent, I feel like people just make up what division they're in or what they think they're in, but it doesn't really mean anything. You can say you're a Div 3 team all you want, but if you don't have results to back it up, it's like, how does anyone actually know?
Yeah, I can really say stuff about it, but I might get ruled out and I might be banned because of it. Drama.
Well,
but
don't get yourself banned yet.
But yeah, just definitely saying as a joke from JPEG and other staff from Low Ink, you say you're a Div 3 to Div 2 team, but you want to play Low Ink. Yeah, that joke. But
yeah.
yeah, but if you want to talk about like personal team experience of the Outcast Ninjas, for us, we've been around for actually since Splatoon 1. The Splatoon Squid Showdown, if anyone wants to remember that. So many years ago. That was the first ever tournament that ever happened for Nintendo itself.
Did not know that.
Yeah, we've been down since then, but for that we had like a huge roster change. So when Splatoon 2 happened, we did do Ludi for season 8, but then we dropped midway because we were unmotivated with a whole different roster of the main 4 we already had.
Gotcha.
And the main roster that we have right now of Winter, Blue, Fiery Ruby, Techno, Reason, Shins, and me. We had that roster since last year, after Ludi season 10, when we actually made it to playoffs of Div 7, but we lost to Hardcore Noobs. But funny story on that, in the November low rank last year, we fought them in Gamma Bracket, and we beat them 3-2, and we made all the way to grand finals of it.
Dang.
And we lost because of a meta.
Oof.
But yeah, that's about really the roster. But really for like my end and captaining the team for the whole 5 years, yeah, we've been to a lot of stuff. And the funny thing as well about our team, we all more or less came from a same small community of content creators. So we were in the casual scene a bit. And then we just became a team, combining all together.
Nice. Well, we're glad to have the Outcast Ninjas. It's always fun watching you guys. It's always I love especially when Stormy is commentating your games. He goes so nuts about you guys every single time.
Stormy is literally a fanboy, or mostly
He's a
Winter's
fanboy,
fanboy.
Yep. Oh, well, okay. Sweet. We actually have Fusion from Deadlock too. Fusion, are you here?
Hello. Hi.
Hello. How's it going?
Oh, it's going good.
All right. Give us the juicy drama.
So what's going down on our team right now is I think we're probably going to steal Ian from Eternal and make him a part of Deadlock at this point.
Steal. How do you steal someone? Do you kidnap them and like throw a bag over their head, or?
He willingly came with us, but I'm gonna just say stealing for the drama.
Oh, they did it.
Splatoon 2 draft.
Yes.
We're having a full draft, baby.
Zach, how do you feel about players being stolen?
I think do whatever you need to get by. Survival of the fittest, baby. Do whatever it takes.
Wow.
All right.
There you go, Zach giving permission.
But yeah, since Eternal disbanded, he tried out for our team, and Fresh, he might be the one you're going up against instead of our teammate.
Yeah.
All right, well, here we go. We got Deadlock and TTL facing off. Did you guys decide tomorrow or Tuesday, or are you guys still figuring it out?
I think Tuesday.
Either tomorrow or Tuesday. We haven't decided yet.
All right. So Zach, TTL playing Deadlock either tomorrow or Tuesday. Winner potentially makes playoffs. Loser potentially gets knocked out. So I want you to take these two team captains and create as much drama as you can right now.
No.
This is
You're really about to do this, yeah.
well. Actually, if you want to start, hi, I'm here.
Yo.
Yo.
If we want to start drama.
All right. Zach.
Yeah, fight for death. Okay, I want you. Hold on. Maybe we should just have a whole vaccine discussion. What are you guys thoughts on the vaccine?
What?
Maybe if they disagree, maybe if they differ in their politics, that'll make it even.
Oh no!
No, that might be TOS, to be honest.
That's too much.
The worst thing that could happen is you get canceled on Splatoon Twitter. And,
Exactly.
I mean, I think it's worth it for the drama. I think that'll bring in more money in the end. And in the end,
I was about to say before, if you want drama, it's just Deadlock against Outcast Ninjas. That's all you need for drama at this point.
Yeah.
That's future drama.
More controversial. You know, I think it's about raking in the dough, getting a CNN article about us.
If you want
Yes.
the same time, look at the Twitter and look at the recent tweet. That's more drama for literally all the top teams. Sorry, sorry, Fusion.
You're good. But then again, the entirety of WTP would get canceled.
True.
Yeah.
I can't wait for the day where I get to post a twit longer on what
On why WTP got canceled.
Yeah. It's gonna be good, guys. I'm pumped.
Bro.
All right,
So I'm glad I created drama. You're welcome, everyone.
Yes.
Fusion.
Yes.
Does TTL have a 0% chance or a 1% chance of beating you guys? What do you think?
I have no idea at this point because I'm gonna just say this: our sub is having internet troubles, so he's having some internet troubles, and I have no idea if he's gonna be able to play. So that's what we're trying to get Ian.
TTL upset actually about to happen?
No. Oh hell
Yes.
no.
Yes, it will. It will. No. It will. Trust me, it will.
Okay, Fresh. In your dreams.
No. In your dreams. Trust me, watch.
I'm not gonna be dreaming about that, but okay.
Watch. Just
Zach, you
watch.
better
It'll
get your
happen.
money ready.
It would be funny, but at the same time, no.
I mean,
I'm trying to rematch Outcast because no.
Bring it to
But
game
if you look
5.
at it on-
Let's see.
Yeah, we were just kind of shaky on game 5, if I'm being honest.
Okay.
Same
well, here we go. Let's figure out a way that Outcast can actually play Deadlock again. Because
Playoffs only. It's
Grand
playoffs.
finals?
Playoff first
Question
round,
mark.
It's grand finals.
See,
Yeah.
the thing is, though, playoff first round, you guys won't necessarily play each other. So, you guys are the impaired division. So, Outcast Ninjas, if they take Seed 1, which you guys already locked in, means that Deadlock actually needs to take Seed 3. So, please don't beat Clownfish. Then you have to beat Anaki Seed 2, which is either probably going to be maybe Mirkwood, maybe Eternal or Astro. Then if you beat them, you guys would face Outcast Ninjas. So make sure you lose to Clownfish. You got to beat TTL and lose to Clownfish.
Oh, okay.
To be honest, it would be a hype grand finals because we really have the
would.
drama.
Yeah, it would be a hype grand finals.
Okay, but if it's going to be
And-
the grand finals, that means Deadlock, you'd have to be Eclipse Splatoon team in the semis.
Oh, I know.
Okay.
And I'm gonna give you the T right now. We've already beaten them.
Oh,
Yo.
the T is out.
Oh, already double T. Let's go.
Let's go.
So Deadlock versus Outcast Ninjas in the finals. This is the prediction here.
Maybe.
How much?
It's a bold prediction, but honestly, if I'm saying, looking at the match, but here's the thing: look at the match that we had against Eclipse actually yesterday in the scrim, versus the match in WTP that they fought yesterday as well. Dialga actually played a smart move and actually changed weapons because, funny enough, Dialga was playing 52 cal or random weapon during our scrim, but during the league match, he was playing on sniper, or she was playing on sniper. So mindset change. All
Okay.
randomness.
Well, there you go.
Yeah.
It sounds like
During-
Jerry Ann's putting $100 on an Outcast versus Deadlock final. So glad to hear that. Thank you for
Oh,
your generous donation. If it doesn't happen, we appreciate that here off the plank.
Oh.
So much love.
It would be. I feel like that would be the most hype grand finals, though.
well, in any case, we need to meet in low wing. That's the other thing.
Yeah. We've already beaten Clownfish as well in low ink, so
Well, all right.
we don't really have much worries for getting knocked out of the playoffs. Jesus, I can't think.
That's okay. You don't
Thinking
need
is
to think.
hard.
You don't need to think. You just need to play well.
Yes.
Zach, any
Yes.
last questions before our guests leave here? Fresh, Joe, Ryan, and Fusion. Any question you want to ask?
Just a kind of a PSA. A lot of people asking what TTL stands for in the chat.
Ha.
Thank the Lord. Thank the Lord is the answer.
If you want to put it, yes, it is. I guess you could say thank
If
the
you
Lord.
want to put it in a holy way, then yes.
Hallelujah.
In the most holy way possible. Let's just thank the Lord.
Amen. Amen.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
Or,
Okay, so
well, before we go,
Jorian.
we should look at the
Yeah?
Thank the Lord new logo.
Yes.
Can we do a logo reveal? Are you okay with that, Fresh, for Thank the Lord?
Yeah.
TTL.
Yeah, that's fine.
All right. This is the new logo they just sent in. So here we go.
So
You can see it on stream now.
Jorian, we're both making a pact to beat Eclipse, right?
Oh yeah, we definitely are. So yeah, we just need to be in the DMs and just examine and like examine every move that they do.
Yes.
Yes.
All right. Well, there you have it, and I'm looking forward to it. So, playoffs coming up in 2 weeks, guys. You guys got to get ready, and for you at least, Fresh and Fusion, you guys still gotta lock in your playoff spot. So, you can be talking about playoffs all you want, but if you don't make it, then sorry, there's no coming back, no chance. So,
Yep.
good luck to all y'all.
No chance to fight Eclipse. Okay. Again. Brain hurt.
Okay. Well, we're gonna kick you off before you finish your thought. So say
Yeah.
goodbye to the stream,
Yeah.
y'all. We're gonna move on. Thank you, guys.
See ya.
Good night.
Bye.
All right. Our last guest today, Zach. Are you ready?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Mr. IPS himself, one of our league managers over Academy and the Amateur League. Mr. IPS, also known as Ips. Are you there?
So guys, yeah,
How's it going, Mr.
I'm here.
Ips?
it's going good. How about you?
Pretty good. I mean, I always like hanging out with Ips.
Ips, how does it feel to be the best Splatoon player in the world right now?
I mean, that was a joke tweet, but like
What is he talking about?
that.
IPS is number one. You better
Sure.
prove it.
I mean, maybe one day once I can get 3100 XP like Chocoparo did, but that's gonna be a long ways away.
They're overrated. Whatever.
That does bring up a question before we get to your question, IPS.
Hmm.
It was the amateur stream on Friday.
Right?
It seemed like we had an overwhelming IPS fan club in the chat that
All
day.
right.
So what was that about? How are you getting such a big fan club around you there?
So I think I'm pretty sure that was like only 3 people. It was Asif, Birdie, and Kenshin. Kenshin is actually on my team, Chewits Mafia, and then Birdie and Asif are just friends of mine. So usually whenever WTP starts, I'm trying to advertise it because I want this league to grow bigger, of course. So usually I just slap it in like a friends channel we have in the team server, and to see if anyone wants to come in and just watch. So
Nice.
usually some people just come in and watch.
Nice. So, IPS, what was the topic you wanted to bring into the podcast today?
I mean, I just was asking maybe if you guys have any questions about, being a high level player in, Splatoon.
About
For
being the
example.
best player in Splatoon?
We can say that, Zach, yes.
Okay, great. Got it.
Well, Zach being a Z rank player, I don't know if he needs help, but do you have any questions, Zach?
Here's what I'm interested in. I'm interested in, as Splatoon 3 comes out, what would you say is the biggest thing that people can be doing to just practice to what are the words? The words aren't coming to me. Just being able, what's the best way to grind so that once Splatoon 3 comes out, you're like ready to go? Or like, what's your hypothesis of that, I guess is what I'm asking.
Well, like, looking at like the Splatoon, what Splatoon 3 is going to have, of course, there's going to be new weapons. The game starts in a different way. You have like new movement mechanics and all that. So of course, like, even if you grind this game out and like become really, really good, like you're still going to have to get used to like the new game. So like, I feel like really people should just, if you're still playing comp right now, you should just keep playing as normal, just keep going into scrims, keep trying to improve, and and then once Splatoon 3 comes out, you just go over, you just learn the new mechanics, and you just keep going with the same thing, unless by then the scene has changed a little bit, which it might have. We don't know. It's going to come out. The game's going to come out in a year, so by then maybe the comp scene is going to be a bit more developed, hopefully. But yeah, I don't think there's really much to change in the way people practice. Since there's still a year of this game to go, basically more than a year, I think.
Mihizi in the chat says, what's the best way to improve, though? Is it just playing solo queue? Is it finding a team? Is it just going to the practice range? Is it all the above? I mean, what's your strategy for improving?
Solo queue is dog water, but it actually does have a bit of a use. Like, if you ever need to pick up a new weapon and you understand, like, basic mechanics of it, like, going into solo queue and just playing, like, not even caring if you win or lose, just go in and it literally actually just feed. Like, actually just feed and go for kills to learn the mechanics of the weapon. Of course, then you can't play like that whenever you go into scrims and such, but in solo, just go and feed and just try to learn the mechanics of a weapon. But mainly to improve, it's like, if you're a free agent, you want to maybe try find a pickup group or just like a group of friends or maybe a server specifically with decent players around your level to do some pickups with and improve that way individually. Because you don't want to always be looking in public servers because you're going to be just playing with different people each and every single time. And sometimes you might be having overlapping roles, or you just might be playing with someone that's not as good as you. So you don't want that. If you're on a team, it's like each team has their own way to improve. Like, for example, my team, we don't play every tournament, right? Like, we only play certain tournaments, you know, that actually where other good teams sign up, so we actually get like good results. And then other times we schedule scrims with other good teams. We play against them. And then we also VOD reviews. So after we look at, like, yesterday, right? We play Step Up Europe. We got third place and we lost one set to a team named Grape Juice. We basically recorded that set and then we looked back at it today and looked at what we did wrong and also what we did right. It's important. If you VOD review, you also want to look at what you did right, because you want to look at everything wrongly, because then it's just going to make you like feel, you know, down. So you want to look at all the things you did right. But then there's other teams I know, like, for example, I've been friends with Ascension, for example, for who knows how long, and like they never did any of that. They just made some random time to scrimmed, and that was it. And they just were good, you know? Yeah. But so every team has their own way to improve.
True. So
I would say, as a Z rank player, I can give a little bit better advice than IPS, of course. I think the strategy going into Splatoon 3, go back to Splatoon 1, guys. Bring out your Wii U's. It's time to grind Splatoon 1. Maybe even play a little bit of Nintendo Land.
Yep.
I think that can really help just get yourself prepared.
Totally, yeah. Sounds smart.
I actually never played Splatoon 1 personally.
Gosh.
Oh, interesting.
Wow.
Yeah.
Maybe that's why you're so good.
Yeah.
I mean, that's actually a thing, right? Because a thing to think about, because a lot of top players right now, like if you look at top players like Kiver, Keo, Shaq, players like that, right? Like they played Splatoon 1, most of them, and they're veterans, you know, they went from Splat 1 to Splat 2, and then people like me, you know, I started in Splatoon 2 because during Splatoon 1, I was some kid that was raging at Call of Duty, Advanced Warfare. So that was what I was up to while people were playing Splatoon 1.
Yeah.
But basically,
that does bring up an interesting question for you, IPS, and maybe you can speak on behalf of all high-level Splatoon players here. Why? It seems like so many people are talented at the game at the top of Splatoon 2 in competitive. And in my mind, I'm like, man, even though I love Splatoon, if I had that great of mechanics and if I was actually that dedicated to a game, why wouldn't I go play a different game like CSGO or Valorant or really any other game that has a well set up competitive scene? So why do you play Splatoon and not just jump to these other games, and maybe why are some of these other top tier players willing to stick with Splatoon?
You see, for me, it's the fact that, right, like, when I got my Switch like 3 years ago, I had a PS4 as well, but eventually my PS4 just kind of died, basically. It just stopped working one day, and basically I was just left with my Switch. So I've only had a Switch for the past 3 years. So, and I never really got PC or anything. So basically I just was like, I'm good at Splatoon. I enjoy it. I got my friends. Like, I'll just play Splatoon, But for, like, other higher level players, it really depends. Like, some people just prefer Splatoon over other games. Some people just feel like, but some people just don't like other games in general. It really all depends. It's, like, all individual type things.
Sure.
Yeah. But, like, of course, there are, like, some top players, like, Zero from Demise, and for example, like, he's basically gone to play more Valorant now than Splatoon. So that's like, a lot of top players have quit and gone to other games because it eventually does get to a point where it's like, when you reach top level at this game, you don't get a lot, right? Because
you get a copy of ARMS. I mean, we all know that great game ARMS by Nintendo, how it's really thriving, and it's really good to have a copy of that game. So
I'm waiting for legs.
You see, because like when you're in low level, mid level, high level, right? Like, there's that motivation to keep grinding to get to a point like FT win and all that. That's like, and it's like eventually when you get to that point, it's like there's, other than ARMS, there's nothing. The last massive prize pool we had was Grand Graining Grounds, and before that was the Squid House. But usually there is no big amounts of money or just anything in general going into the scene. Like, a lot of majors are just there. Like, there's no prize or anything. It's just a big tournament.
Just for the glory and the love of the game, huh?
Yeah, basically.
Wow. Well, that's pretty cool. I mean, I do want to pick your thoughts. Maybe this is our last topic for today. Mm-hmm. What are your thoughts going into Splatoon 3? Will the new release of the game really pick up the competitive scene? Because part of me wonders, people are still competitive for Splatoon 2, even though the game's old and people are like, it's dying or whatever. I think when they release a new game, my worry is that it only really brings in more casuals. It doesn't really do much to necessarily help or change the competitive scene. Are you kind of along the same thought, or do you think it will change it enough to really help it grow?
It's already changed it somewhat because, like, already a lot of players have started to come back. Like, I think, like, I saw when Splatoon 3 was announced, like, I think in about 6 hours or so, like, I think maybe 5 players that quit just randomly pop back up, and even more since then. Like, players, like, there's former players who quit are now coming back to grind the end of Splat 2 and then go to Splat 3. And, I mean, it's going to bring in more casuals, but when you think about it, everyone started off as casuals. I started off as casual. Sure. The way people get into competitive, it's kind of like, if any of them had Discord prior, right, they're going to end up joining some Splatoon server, and then there's going to be someone talking about a team. Then you're going to join that team, aka probably what they call a clan. And then as time goes on, you just start getting onto, like, an actual team, and eventually you get on that team that you improve with a bunch, and then you go from there. You know what I mean? Because that's kind of how I went. I started off on a clan, a lot of them actually, and then got on this team that I spent, a couple of months with, improved like that. Then that was when basically I was a free agent for a while. I got another good team, then free agent with some off and off teams, and now I'm on the team I am now. Sure. So I feel like
a bigger let me just summarize what your thought is. There is this bigger pool of casual. Eventually, not all of them are going to play, but it kind of opens up that funnel where people are kind of drawn into the competitive scene.
Yeah, basically.
Gotcha. That makes sense. So, yeah, I'm interested to see, obviously we're still a year away, and, I think we'll hopefully still be running competitive scenes for Splatoon 3 eventually. And, yeah, I'm curious to see if that will actually bump up numbers and growth and all of that, or if it'll be more of the same. But, yeah, thanks for IPS for giving your thoughts. Zach, I do have to go here in a few minutes, but anything else you wanted to talk about today?
No.
Okay, well, I'll give you a little. It's not a ton of time, IPS, but how has your experience been? One, commentating and league managing.
I mean, the commentating is really fun. Like, I actually was a bit nervous to it at first, but I've been enjoying it a lot, especially for amateur. Like, it gets really, really hype at some points. And for managing, it's been fun to help out something like this because it is still a bit small compared to other things, but I feel like it can definitely grow. Like, this league definitely has a lot of potential, Yeah. I saw from season 2, and I was like, yeah, this league in season 3 can definitely be much bigger than what it already is,
Yeah, each season we're learning, growing, and thanks to people like you who are coming in to help out on staff. I mean, that's what makes it possible is, you can't really grow when you just have 1 or 2 people working on a league. So thank you so much for being there, stepping up, and giving us your thoughts and your help out there. That's been huge as well. So, Zach, I don't know, is this question to you? Did you watch the Pokemon 25 Post Malone concert? That's not a real thing, is it?
It actually is.
No, it's
Unfortunately,
not.
it is.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I have not watched it yet. No, I do plan to. I've seen bits and pieces. I saw the vibing Vulpix, I think. Looked pretty cool. Looked pretty poggers.
I mean, I wouldn't mind watching it, but just the sound of that name, the fact that that's real is so cringy.
Yeah, for sure.
Wow. Yikes. Okay, well, we're going to wrap up this podcast. It's already been like an hour, but thank you guys so much. We had a couple new follows come in. Of course, Joe Ryan with the 221 tip just to, just to throw some shade towards Cherry. And thank you, Cherry, of course, for the 7 gifted subs coming in. That's going to bump up the prize pool as well. So thank you. Much love there. Thank you guys all for tuning in and watching. We don't have any Pro League action today. That's why we're doing the podcast. In 2 weeks is the tournament double elimination part 1 of 2 for the Pro League. This Friday, of course, more amateur league. We are going to be in week 4 out of 7. So they are just going to hit that halfway point, while Academy on Saturday is going to be the last week of the regular season. So that's going to determine all the seeding going into playoffs, which will take place. You can see on the screen there. The first playoff date is March 13th. So in 2 Saturdays from now, the Academy teams are shaking in their boots because it's going to be all on the line then in Season 3. So we'll see you guys then, and hopefully we'll find more of a consistent podcast date here in the future too, because it's been fun. So thank you, Zach, for being here and all the podcast guests today.
Yeah, baby.
All right, y'all. Say goodbye to the stream. We are actually maybe we'll raid someone real quick to close it out. Does that sound okay?
Heck yeah, baby.
Yeah, definitely.
Who should we annoy? That's the real question. Who do we annoy?
That's a really good question.
I have no idea who's live right now. I don't think any tournaments are live since SMC just ended.
I would say Chara, but Chara never.
Yeah.
Chara always ignores me.
Sad.
I know.
What about Rafa?
Let's go to
You guys know who that is?
Who?
Rafa.
Oh, midpoint.
Rafa KP.
Midpoint's going on right now?
Actually, yeah, midpoint's going on. Yeah, let's do midpoint.
Oh, okay,
Midpoint's
all right,
good.
all right. Because they're at the midpoint.
Nice.
What does that mean? I don't know.
Good. It's funny though.
All right, well, we'll see you at midpoint. Maybe they're halfway through the stream right now. We'll see. And maybe they're midway through. I don't know. I don't even know. It wasn't even a funny joke.
It was really good. It was really funny, Luke. I think you're hilarious.
And now we're just kind of sitting here waiting for a raid. And people are wondering when we're actually going to hit the raid button.
Right.
So.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
I clicked it.